Hi, it's Roni, and welcome to Christmas Memories YouTube Inspiration Hop with Miranda and Lisa. And it's also going to be Punched Out Thursday to Die For with Kathy, Krista, myself, and Dorothy. So there's a lot going on, and there's going to be a lot of glitz and shine too, because the prompt for the hop is silver and gold. And so I've already backed my picture in silver and in gold. It's the silver mirrored cardstock. And then you see that gilded paper by Die Cuts with a View. It has lots of gold craft and wood grain, and I'm going to be using it besides the mirrored cardstock. I can't remember if I use any gold. No, I don't think I use any gold mirror, just the silver mirror because I needed to use some silver on here. I'm going to cut out 2 of those strips, and they do have a banner edge, and I'm going to cut that off, and I'm going to put one at the top and the bottom. And I started to put the top one on and realized I needed to do a couple other things first. I guess when I move stuff out of the way, oh, there they are. I moved my dies out of the way too. I'm going to use the Spellbinders die, and I'm going to use the 4 biggest ornaments. And I'm also using the snowflake die. And I think that is diamond dies. I think that's where I got it. But the Spellbinders one is also, it says cut and emboss. So I did emboss them. And I'm going to end up using the Anna Griffin one later, and I'm going to cut and emboss it too. And then, to add more silver, I'm backing all the ornaments by hand so that they'll have silver on the back. Well, a layer of the silver mirror stock. And I cut some long strips to use like strings to hang for my silver. I had silver twine, but I decided I wanted to use my little bow, the little die that's a bow, and I wanted the string, faux string, to match. So I went ahead and cut some very thin strips of the silver to match it. And you will see the bow in just a few minutes. And I used the wood grain gold on one, and then a couple of other patterns, and the one with the flowers to make the ornaments from papers that were already cut out, where I could just get scraps from those sheets. And there's my bow, and I cut 4 of them out, and I'm going to hang them on there. And I no more get them hanging. Hung, and I thought, oh, I wanted to put some holly leaf there, so I will be trying to tuck it underneath the little bow. I'll have to cut part of it off just to get it to fit, because it's stuck on there pretty good by the time I remember it. My picture over there is my great niece, Isabella, and it's a black and white photo. And since this was silver and gold, I thought, well, black and white kind of looks like silver, when it's especially on the not so matte photo paper. And so I just went ahead and made the tree gold so I could have silver and gold on my picture. It sounded like a good idea at the time. And by the time I get everything together on the layout, I don't think it looks too bad. Although I was considering just going ahead and printing one out that was in color. It was in black and white, so I couldn't have printed it, but I was looking for another one before I gave up and decided to go ahead and use this one. My niece had sent me loads of pictures, so I'd have plenty to choose from. However, this is the one she was looking forward towards a camera, and it was the one I wanted to use, so that's why it ended up on the page after all. And I'm going to take this other strip and just cover the tops of those strings up. Y'all wouldn't think a layout that started out with wood grain would have so much glamour and glitz on it, but it does. And I was really going with the theme, silver and gold. I debated on putting my picture at an angle, and I was thinking, okay, what am I going to add to this picture? Because I was at a dead halt right there trying to decide. So I started scattering around my snowflakes while I was thinking about what to do next. And there I started putting my foam tape on my picture and decided I could use a doily. And I liked the doily there, but then I decided to add some more gold. Well, gold and craft. And I thought I better make my title too because it's got to go on here somewhere. So I cut out the largest doily die that I had, and I'm going to lay it. At first, I thought about just putting it straight on to the layout and get rid of my white one. But I liked it when I laid it on there, so I decided to use both instead. And I am going to cut them down so I'll have some pieces to use on another layout or something. That doily die reminds me of doilies my mom made when I was a kid because she made some pretty fancy ones. However, when we'd go to some people's house, theirs would be like all stiff and ruffled or something, where mom may have used the same pattern or something and hers wouldn't be. And then I found out that she said that they use sugar water to make them that way. And that she didn't want to use sugar water on hers because she didn't want to attract any ants. So she said she just liked hers the way they were. My title's just Noel. And at first I was just going to do it on the glittered cardstock. And then I thought, well, I could add some silver with it and back it. So I cut it out in silver. And it is an Anna Griffin one. And, everything hers, I think, gets embossed also. And it was showing some embossed leaves on it. But I hadn't ran it through the embossing pad. So I went ahead and ran it through there, and I really liked it. So the silver part ended up on top then, and the glitter's on the bottom. And I am putting it on foam tape, so it'll be the same height as the picture. So now I'm back to the snowflakes and scattering them on my page. But my snowflakes are kind of on the big side. So I took that red punch laying there out, and it's a star, and I'm going to punch out some of them and scatter them on there. And then I'm thinking I need a little bit more of something to scatter, so I'm going to pull out some gold sequins also, because I wanted to kind of look like a snowfall, but I wanted it to match everything else on the page, so I added some of the silver glitter and the sequins in gold. And once I get those done, my layout will be done. So I'm going to go ahead and remind you now to look down there below and to see who all is in the hop today, because every day is different. And I will make sure I update it right before it goes live so that you'll get all the inspiration that you can get down there. And of course, Miranda and Lisa will be down there also. And they're the hosts of this hop. And yeah, check out the inspiration for more Christmas layouts. Like watching the videos made me want to do another Christmas layout. And so here I am doing another Christmas layout. Where I originally only planned on doing 2 on the hop, I'm doing another Christmas one instead. Of course, I'm doing it with the punched out Thursday, but I had another layout planned, and I'll just save it for after the end of the year. And when I first seen the prompt for the silver and gold, I wasn't sure if I was going to do that one. But then I remembered this pad, Die Cuts with a View, and I think it's called Gilded Stack. I think that's what it's called. I know it's gilded. But yeah, it was super popular, and everybody had it, was making layouts on it of it. And I thought, boy, I'd love to have that. Well, by the time I got somewhere where I could get that pad and start using it, everybody quit using it on YouTube. But I did make me some layouts, and then I hadn't done it in a while. So I'm glad that I used it on this layout. And I looked, and it was 2014, and so I have had it a while. But there's my ornaments. Aren't they pretty? I just love those dies. They just make such beautiful die cuts for your page. And I use them every year because I like them so much. But yeah, that's it. That's my layout. If you leave a comment below, I'll get back with you. And if you like the video and hit a thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. And if you are not subscribed to my channel, I'd love to have you subscribe. And those of you who already are, thank you so much. But have a happy, scrappy week. Take care and stay safe. Bye.